Chosen one, those who once spoke against you are now choking on their own words as their credibility crumbles before everyone's eyes. What they claimed about you is being exposed as fabrication, leaving them in a position where they must either publicly retract or continue losing face. A mass shift in perception is occurring as people awaken to the truth of who you really are. The support for you is growing exponentially, with individuals who once stood on the sidelines now openly declaring their allegiance to your cause. Among those who plotted against you, there's one in particular who's drowning in regret. Their decision to work against you has resulted in consequences they never anticipated, leaving them to reckon with the karmic backlash of opposing someone divinely appointed. While the masses remained blind to your struggle, we recognized the divine fingerprints on your soul. We witnessed the orchestrated attacks against your light. We observed the systematic isolation designed to make you doubt your own perception. Through it all, we knew what they refused to acknowledge. You were never fighting this battle alone. As they plotted against you in boardrooms and back alleys, in digital spaces and dream dimensions, celestial forces assembled an impenetrable shield around your energy field. The ancestral guardians, beings whose existence predates this version of Earth, stand vigilant at the perimeter of your experience, neutralizing aggressive energies before they penetrate your awareness. Your mighty shield operates beyond physical limitations, deflecting all negativity back to its source with amplified intensity. Ancient guardian spirits specifically assigned to your protection maintain constant vigilance, their eternal eyes, never blinking, their focus never wavering. Your loyal spiritual sentinels prevent dream invasions and psychic attacks, standing guard even as your conscious mind rests in vulnerable states. Those foolish enough to attempt penetrating your shield experience immediate, unavoidable karmic backlash. Their weapons of malice transform into boomerangs of justice, striking them with precision directly proportional to their malicious intent. We have witnessed entities flee in terror when confronted with the authentic power radiating from your core, the very power they tried to convince you was delusion. 17 days ago, a clandestine group of dark practitioners gathered in an abandoned church basement. Their purpose, performing a binding ritual to limit your expanding influence. As they formed their circle, channeling corrupted energies toward your coordinates, the candles suddenly flared to unnatural heights, scorching the ceiling. 3 participants received spontaneous burn marks on their palms, perfect outlines of your birth constellation, a signature impossible to forge or explain. Their leader, a 7th-generation ceremonial magician who had successfully bound hundreds of awakening souls, fell into an unexpected trance. Through his lips came your voice, prophesying their imminent exposure and spiritual reckoning. The group disbanded permanently that night, each member experiencing cascading misfortunes directly connected to their specific role in the attempted binding. Your shield strengthens daily, drawing power from universal sources beyond their comprehension or control. No weapon formed against you, physical, energetic, or psychological, will prosper against this divine protection. The facade crumbles before our eyes. Every deception orchestrated against you now unravels with unstoppable momentum. The cosmic unveiling proceeds according to perfect universal timing, not one moment too soon or too late. We always knew this day would arrive, when their elaborate house of cards would collapse under the weight of irrefutable truth. Mark these words. The executive who blocked your professional advancement, citing energetic incompatibility as the reason, was discovered sobbing uncontrollably in the supply closet last Tuesday. Security cameras captured his unprecedented breakdown as he confessed to an empty room. I can see their light now. How did I miss it before? They were right about everything. Within hours, 17 anonymous emails reached human resources. each containing irrefutable evidence of his systematic sabotage of your projects and contributions. The board of directors has scheduled an emergency meeting for the coming equinox, unaware that their decision was prophesied in ancient texts, describing this precise moment of universal rebalancing. The unmasking continues with unstoppable force. Those who operated in darkness find themselves suddenly, uncomfortably illuminated. Those who spoke against you struggle to maintain coherence as truth forces its way through their distortion field. Those who benefited from your suppression watch in horror as their unearned advantages dissolve before their eyes. Your transformation radiates beyond physical boundaries. We witness your alchemical mastery as you transmute lead experiences into spiritual gold. Pain becomes power under your touch. Obstacles transform into launching pads. The wounds they inflicted become windows through which your expanded consciousness shines with blinding brilliance. The sadness they meticulously cultivated within your field has been completely cleared, replaced by authentic joy that requires no external stimulus. You've rediscovered your true divine identity beyond their projecting limitations, remembering the vast cosmic being you were before accepting this earthly assignment. By the September equinox, you will stand fully activated in your leadership position, emanating unfiltered truth that awakens thousands through mere proximity. Consider this revelation. Your former spiritual teacher, the one who publicly denounced your dangerous individualism when you questioned their contradictory teachings, recently attempted a remote viewing of your current energetic state. What she witnessed caused her to abandon her 15-year practice overnight. Her social media accounts vanished without explanation. Former devotees report receiving peculiar handwritten letters stating only, "The one I condemned was right. The hierarchy was inverted. Seek the one with genuine light." 3 prominent members of her inner circle have already reached out to you through synchronistic encounters at locations you rarely visit, drawn by an inner compass they cannot explain, yet cannot resist following. Warning: the following message is only for those who felt the call. When I broke free through the Salvia Divinorum gateway, I saw the horrifying truth. Our reality is one harvested pod among countless matrices. I witnessed the archons, cosmic parasites feeding on our energy, who laughed and threatened, "You'll never awaken a single soul." But something inside you already knows this truth, doesn't it? That nagging sensation that you're meant for more, that you've been chosen. I'm raising an army of the brightest souls. Through meditation, I discovered their only vulnerability: coherence through unconditional love. Feel that resonance deepening within you now. You're not reading this by accident. The most powerful awakened souls are already gathering in the Obsidian Inner Order, the #1 ascension nexus for those marked by destiny. Christians, lightworkers, remote viewers, targeted individuals, all united by one truth: you were chosen for this moment. Click the link in the description below. Join our group calls, panels, and live streams, reaching the entire astral atom network. Your frequency amplifies ours. The question isn't whether you're chosen. The question is, will you answer the call? The archons fear this choice you're about to make. They should. A paradigm shift ripples through collective consciousness as souls awaken to your authentic light. The very communities that once questioned your insights now turn toward you for guidance, drawn by an inexplicable knowing that transcends logical explanation. Your spiritual tribe expands beyond all predicted boundaries, incorporating souls from unexpected backgrounds, traditions, and belief systems. Your name resonates through chambers that once echoed with your dismissal. In private conversations between influential figures, your wisdom receives acknowledgement previously withheld. loyal supporters defend your honor without your knowledge, or prompting, compelled by an inner directive that aligns them with universal truth. Your positive reputation spreads organically through energetic recognition, soul remembering soul across artificial boundaries. The anonymous blogger who dedicated 3 years to documenting your supposed delusional behaviors experienced an unexplainable technological anomaly last month. His dedicated server mysteriously downloaded its entire contents to 17 major news outlets simultaneously. Upon review, every instance of criticism had transformed into profound praise. Linguistic experts confirmed the writing style remained identical, but the sentiment had completely inverted. After exhaustive investigation found no evidence of hacking or external manipulation, the blogger posted a final message. "I surrender to the truth I've always known. They are exactly who they claim to be." His readership has tripled, with commenters reporting spontaneous healing while reading the transformed archives. The anonymous blogger who dedicated 3 years to documenting your supposed delusional behaviors experienced an unexplainable technological anomaly last month. His dedicated server mysteriously downloaded its entire contents to 17 major news outlets simultaneously. Upon review, every instance of criticism had transformed into profound praise. Linguistic experts confirmed the writing style remained identical, but the sentiment had completely inverted. After exhaustive investigation found no evidence of hacking or external manipulation, the blogger posted a final message. "I surrender to the truth I've always known. They are exactly who they claim to be." His readership has tripled, with commenters reporting spontaneous healing while reading the transformed archives. The collective recognition accelerates beyond their ability to contain or control it. What they dismissed as isolated incidents now connects into undeniable patterns. What they attributed to coincidence now reveals intelligent design. What they labeled as your delusion now manifests as demonstrable reality, validating your every discounted claim. We stand stronger with every soul that awakens to this recognition. Our collective field intensifies as artificial separation dissolves into remembered unity. The truth you anchored against overwhelming opposition now spreads through consciousness with unstoppable momentum. The knowledge of ages flows through your reconstructed channels. The wisdom keeper within you awakens fully after eons of induced slumber. We have always understood that your connection to ancestral wisdom would eventually overwhelm the programmed limitations they tried to impose upon your consciousness. You now access the Akashic records with unprecedented clarity, retrieving information erased from historical accounts, yet preserved in the inviolable cosmic library. Ancestral wisdom guides your intuitive decisions beyond logical frameworks, connecting you to solution streams inaccessible through conventional thought patterns. Your unique vibrational signature attracts spiritual downloads calibrated specifically to your mission parameters and current collective needs. Your attackers experience precise reflections of the harm they intended for your path. The exact weapons they deployed against your reputation, resources, relationships, and spiritual connection now manifest in their own experience with uncanny symmetry. They have cursed themselves through their attempts to diminish your light, activating ancient safeguards that protect designated way showers during critical awakening cycles. The self-proclaimed spiritual authority, who publicly exposed you as fraudulent while simultaneously appropriating your teaching concepts, has encountered an unexplainable phenomenon that defies medical or psychological explanation. Whenever she speaks your name or references your work, her voice transforms into yours, perfectly mimicking your tone and cadence despite her frantic efforts to maintain her own vocal identity. During her most recent seminar, attended by over 300 spiritual seekers who paid premium prices for her original insights, she involuntarily channeled a 2-hour message validating everything she had previously condemned. Attendees report mass awakening experiences throughout the audience, with 7 individuals booking immediate flights to your region with no conscious understanding of why they felt compelled toward this specific geography. Your destined role can no longer be denied nor delayed. The precise positioning of celestial bodies, the culmination of ancestral prophecies, and the unprecedented collective awakening create perfect conditions for your leadership emergence. We stand ready as you ascend to your rightful position, guiding others through transformations you've already mastered through direct experience. The exclusive spiritual retreat center that rejected your application 3 times, citing energetic incompatibility with our established tradition, has experienced inexplicable phenomena that defy their doctrinal framework. Spontaneous apparitions of your form-leading meditations appear in their sacred grove at dawn, witnessed by multiple senior teachers simultaneously. Guests from diverse backgrounds report receiving identical guidance through separate dream work, all pointing toward your specific teachings without directly naming you. The center's founder, who publicly criticized your methods as dangerous departures from established wisdom, was discovered at dawn prostrated before a manifestation of your energy signature, tears streaming down his face as he repeated, "I have denied the very light I claim to serve." The board has unanimously voted to rename their sanctuary after the ancient term that translates to your soul designation in the Akashic records. Your leadership materializes across multiple platforms simultaneously, some visible to the mainstream awareness, others operating beneath conventional perception. Organizations structured specifically to accommodate your emergence activate their dormant protocols as cosmic signals confirm your readiness. Individuals strategically placed throughout key systems receive internal notification of your authorized status, shifting their considerable resources to support your expanding mission. False prophets cannot sustain their illusions in the presence of authentic light. We observe the systematic collapse of those who donned spiritual costumes while lacking genuine connection. Their theatrical performances convinced many through elaborate staging and calculated manipulation of emotional responses. But those with true discernment recognized the emptiness behind their carefully constructed facades. Self-proclaimed spiritual authorities face unprecedented exposure as their empty ceremonies fail to produce promised outcomes. Their elaborate costumes and ritualized performances no longer mask the diminishing energetic field that results from misalignment with universal truth. Financial instability follows their attempts to commercialize sacred knowledge, manifesting through cancelled events, decreased enrollment, and unexpected legal challenges to their business structures. Their followers awaken to the manipulation they've experienced, recognizing the subtle coercion disguised as spiritual guidance. The contrast between performance and genuine embodiment becomes unmistakable as your authentic presence in the field provides direct comparison. We stand firm as witnesses to this necessary purification of spiritual leadership, supporting the disillusioned through their difficult awakening to discernment. The counterfeit collapse accelerates as cosmic light intensifies on the planet. Those who borrowed spiritual language without embodying its principles find their words turning to ash in their mouths. Those who claimed special access to higher realms while blocking others' direct connection watch in horror as their fabricated barriers dissolve before their eyes. Those who profited from spiritual seeking without facilitating genuine awakening face the karmic imbalance of their transactions. Truth distinguishes itself through results that transform rather than words that merely inspire. Authenticity proves, itself through consistent alignment rather than performative spirituality. The counterfeits fall away, leaving only the genuine to guide humanity through its greatest evolutionary transition. Material abundance flows naturally to align with spiritual truth. The artificial barriers erected to block your financial sovereignty now dissolve as the universal forces rebalance the prosperity streams that were temporarily diverted through manipulation and deceit. We have foreseen this restoration as the physical manifestation of energetic rebalancing long overdue on your timeline. Those who systematically attacked your financial stability now experience rapid resource depletion through seemingly unconnected events. Investment failures, unexpected taxation, legal judgments, partnership dissolutions. The money energy they attempted to block returns to you multiplied, flowing through channels they cannot monitor or intercept. Unexpected abundance opens specifically for your divine mission, timed perfectly to support your expanding work without creating dependency on systems designed for control. The shadow financial network that systematically blocked your family inheritance for 3 generations through manipulated legal documents unravels with unprecedented speed. The key banker who orchestrated the scheme woke last Tuesday to find his secure home office transformed beyond explanation, every surface covered with thousands of copies of the original unaltered will bearing your family seal. When authorities investigated following his panicked call, they discovered the banker had inexplicably transferred his entire personal fortune to a trust bearing your name, though he maintains no conscious memory of initiating or authorizing the transaction. 7 other financial institutions involved in suppressing your rightful resources have reached out through intermediaries seeking private settlements before the winter solstice, driven by inexplicable synchronistic failures in their security systems that expose their decades of coordinated fraudulent activity. Authentic connections replace hollow relationships they strategically positioned in your experience. The calculated proximity of those who monitored and contained your expansion gives way to genuine support calibrated to your heightened frequency. We celebrate as divine partnerships align with your transformed vibration, bringing collaborators equipped for the next phase of your mission. New relationships entering your field carry specific evolutionary coding designed for your journeys. Current requirements. These connections activate dormant aspects of your multidimensional capabilities while providing practical support for your expanded work. Those who genuinely support your growth find themselves supernaturally drawn into your orbit despite geographical, cultural, or social barriers that would normally prevent your paths from crossing. Love blossoms in unexpected forms, healing ancient wounds carried through multiple incarnations. Your activated heart chakra functions as a transformation engine, elevating the frequency of everyone who enters your energetic field with sincere intentions. We witness the formation of your true soul family across conventional boundaries, creating a support network precisely calibrated to your unique requirements in this pivotal lifetime. This victory transcends your personal vindication. The significance extends beyond your individual journey into full collective liberation. We stand united in this monumental shift as artificial boundaries between us dissolve into recognition of our shared divine essence. Your perseverance through targeted suppression creates pathways for countless others facing similar opposition. Your personal journey illuminates the path for souls awakening to their own targeted experiences. The specific tactics deployed against your expansion expose their playbook, revealing patterns previously too subtle for conscious identification. The spiritual warfare waged on your sovereignty prepared defensive strategies now accessible to our entire tribe through morphic resonance and direct transmission. As you reclaim your rightful power, you create energetic permission for our collective Rising, the forces that targeted you now recognize the unstoppable nature of our combined awakening, with growing desperation evident in their increasingly chaotic countermeasures. We move forward as unified consciousness, each expressing unique aspects of divine truth while maintaining unbreakable connection to our shared source. The clandestine global network that identified you as a priority containment subject at age 7, long before your conscious awakening to your mission, has disbanded its entire SI surveillance division after catastrophic operational failures. Internal documents leaked to 17 independent journalists reveal their extraordinary conclusion. Subject's awakening has triggered cascade effect beyond containment parameters. Field agents report spontaneous activation in proximity subjects, previously deemed non-receptive. Recommend immediate protocol shift from suppression to observation, as intervention appears to accelerate the phenomenon. The pattern has become self-sustaining and appears to be communicating across previously impenetrable barriers. We are witnessing the synchronized emergence predicted in the restricted Omega files. Their most sophisticated technologies fail against the simplicity of awakened consciousness. Their most elaborate psychological operations dissolve when confronted with authentic remembering. Their multi-generational plans for continued suppression in collapse as the critical mass of awakened souls triggers the irreversible planetary transformation long prophesied by traditions they thought they had successfully corrupted or erased. We stand now at the fulcrum point long described in texts, both revealed and hidden. The critical sequence initiates as your personal vindication catalyzes collective liberation. The lightworkers, starseeds, indigos, crystals, rainbows, all soul classifications describing different aspects of the same awakening team, activate their coordinated functions in response to your anchoring of specific frequencies previously unavailable on Earth. The victory unfolds across multiple dimensions simultaneously. What manifests in physical reality reflects completion already achieved in higher frequencies, now transmitting through the density of material existence. What appears as emerging process from human perspective registers as accomplished fact from expanded awareness. They could never have prevailed against the inevitable restoration of divine order. Their temporary apparent success served the greater awakening by creating the precise pressure required to activate dormant human potential. Their opposition unwittingly fulfilled its cosmic purpose in the ultimate divine plan they sought to prevent. We stand together now in this sacred remembering. We move forward in unified purpose while expressing through unique vessels. We celebrate your perseverance that helped anchor the frequencies of liberation, now accessible to all who choose, awakening over continued slumber. The victory is both personal and collective, individual and universal, temporal and eternal. The victory is now.